Hello and welcome to Vedic. So we are back with the Shad Bala series, okay, the strength of planets. So last time we did Sthanabal. Today in the second part we are going to study Kalabal. Kalabal is all about timely strength, okay, watching the strength of planet by taking in consideration the time of birth. Sthanbal was all about its positional strength, but Kalabal is all about timely strength. In Kalabal, we have to note four things. First is Natonatta. What is Natonatta? We'll come to it. We just list down the four things. So the first is Natonatta Bal. Next is Pakshabal. Pakshabal is from moon, that is Shukla Paksh, Krishna Paksh. Then comes Tribhanga. We divide the days into three parts, that is Tribhanga, that is by Tribhanga. And last is Ayanaval. And one more criteria we see is year, month, day and hora, that is Varsh, Mas, Din, Hora. How to do it? Again, we'll get into the board and we'll study some basic of the Kalabal. See, Kalabal is more important to understand the strength of planet, timely strength of planet, which is more taken into consideration when we are seeing transits. See, if you are in advanced astrology, if you are like changing gemstones and rings as per transit, okay, so you see Venus has transited into another zodiac, so again you remove the ring of Venus and wear Mars. You see Mars has also transited into a bad zodiac, you remove Mars and wear Surya, okay. So if you are such an astrologer who in every transit change the gemstones, okay, this is, see, that is again an advanced astrology concept. Very advanced astrology. Say sun changes its sign every month, okay, so when sun is in Sinha Rashi, okay, and your Sinha Rashi is sitting in 10th house, and when you wear sun, okay, your career would give a very big boost. But if your Sinha Rashi is in 8th house in the Marak Sthan, and sun goes in Sinha Rashi and you wear sun, it becomes a very dangerous period. So in that time you have to wear moon. Okay, since your Sinha Rashi is not good, you have to suppress the Sinha Rashi. So during the gochar of sun in the Sinha Rashi, at that time you wear moon to avoid all the mishaps in your life. But if Sinha Rashi is in your 10th house, when the sun goes in 10th house, you activate the opportunities of your business. Okay, so this is a very complicated situation. For that you need an advanced astrology concept. So all those astrologers who know all the astrology concept and wants to change rings and gemstones and pendants and say mantras, everything according to the gochar, they have to see the Kalabala. Timely strength. What strength the planet is giving because of your time of birth, because that strength is more important in calculating which planets are benefic and malefic in gochar. Okay, how we are coming to it. Okay, so let's move forward to the board and let's see how we can do something about it. Okay, right, so let's talk about Kalabal. Is everything visible? Yes. So the first thing, in order to understand timely strength, Kalabal, we have to understand Natonatta. What is Natonatta? See, Unnatta, you subtract the difference between your birth time from the midnight, is called Unnata. Unnat, growth, unnati. Midnight is when Moon, Saturn is highest and Mars is highest. Okay, so when we talk about timely strength, Sun is lowest, Jupiter is lowest, Venus is lowest, the nocturnal planets are highest at midnight. So we subtract the degree of your birth and the midnight hours, and whatever the difference we get is called Unnata. Okay, and you subtract 30 ghatikas from Unnat, at that time you get Nata. Understand? Unnat is difference of midnight from your birth time, and Nata is deducting 30 ghatikas from Unnata time. The total of Nat and Unnat is 60. Now understand, at midnight, Mars, Saturn and Moon are at its peak strength. In morning time, Sun, Jupiter, Venus are at peak strength. Why? I won't go into why, but I have explained it in detail when I am explaining Hora and day and night and Agni Tattva in the series of Panchang. Inside the series of Panchang, I have made around 10 to 12 videos. In those 10 to 12 videos, either in the videos of Hora, Agni Tattva or day, somewhere I have mentioned that the cycle of day, when which planet is highest. Mercury is highest in sunrise and sunset because it is neither male nor female. Sun, Jupiter, Venus are highest in daytime, and Moon, Mars, Saturn is highest in night time. Especially in the Hora, when I am explaining Hora in the Panchang series, I have explained that. So all those who want the reference of why this is it, go and refer to the Hora video in the Panchang series. Okay, there I have explained that the time when Saturn is at its peak stage is around say 3 p.m. in the night, 3 a.m. in the night. When Sun is at the peak state is Abhijit Muhurat, that is 12 p.m. in noon. Mercury is at peak state in sunrise and sunset. I have explained this thing in Panchang videos. Okay, for all those who want to know that basic, can go and check that video out. Okay, so Nat and Unnat, total of Nat and Unnat is 60. Okay, now planets that are higher in night are Moon, Saturn and Mars. They are already powerful at night. So what we have to check is, we have to check the notable of those planets. રાતના તો રાજા છે, હવારે કેવા કામ કરે છે એ જોવાનું છે. Okay, similarly planets Sun, Jupiter and Venus are good at daytime. So we have to check ઉન્નત of those planets. સવારના તો એ રાજા છે જ, રાતે એ કેવું કામ કરે છે એ જોવાનું છે. Getting it? And Mercury is always higher in sunrise and sunset in the middle hours. Okay, so we have to check the opposite. Those planets which are the ruler of night, we have to see the Unnat of that, Nat of that, and those planets who are the ruler of days, we have to see the Unnat of that. Getting it? So now heading back to the board. So Moon, Mars and Saturn are highest at night, so we see the Nattabal. Sun, Jupiter, Venus are highest in daytime, so we see the Unnatabal. Okay, and the total of Nat and Unnat is always 60. Okay, at sunrise we give 30 Nat, 30 Unnat to each planet. At noon 60 Nat, 0 Unnat. At sunset 30 Nat, 30 Unnat. And at midnight 0 Nat, 60 Unnat. Now how to identify this? See when is your birth, whether your birth is at sunrise, noon, sunset or midnight. Say your birth is at sunrise, say your birth is at noon, so you give 60 marks to the Nata planets and 0 marks to the Unnata planet. Okay, except Mercury. Similarly, at midnight, you give 60 marks to the Unnata planet and 0 marks to the Nata planet. Getting it? Suppose you are born at noon, so you give 60 marks to Sun, Jupiter and Venus and 0 marks to Moon, Mars and Saturn. But for that you have to calculate Nath, which is 30 minus 60, which is 30, 30, 30. So if you are born at noon, you give 60 marks to Sun, Jupiter, Venus and 30, 30 marks to Moon, Mars and Saturn. Okay, and 0 marks to Mercury. Okay, 30 marks to Mercury. Mercury always gets 30 marks. He is always in between. Pakshbal. So understand the Natonnata. After that, categorize it and make a table and find the Natonnata bal. With this, you can identify which gemstones you have to wear at night and which gemstone you have to wear at morning time. If your Nata planet is not good, you have to wear that gemstone at night. Unnata. If your Unnata planet is not good, you have to wear that gemstone in the morning. Okay. Opposite કરવાનું. જે ગ્રહ સારો છે સવારે તો બલ દેવાનો જ છે. The planet which is good in the morning is going to give you strength in the morning. At night, it is not going to give you strength. So what you have to do? You have to wear that planet at night. Or suppress the malefic planet of night. And that planet is going to get strength. Okay, any one of them according to your chart. That is again a bit of complication. Say for example, I am born at 10 a.m. Okay, so my birth is after sunrise, near to noon. So for me, Sun, Jupiter, Venus are more prominent. But if my Sun is not good, say my Sun is debilitated, so in daytime, I would have prominence of a malefic Sun. So what I have to do? In daytime, I have to wear Saturn. At night, Saturn is my Atma Karak. So at night, Saturn is already powerful. So I don't need to wear a Saturn after sunrise. After sunrise, I will remove it. So only from sunrise to sunset, I'll wear a Saturn. After sunset, I will remove Saturn. Since it is my Atma Karak, it is having the highest strength. So at night, he is the king. રાતનો તો હું રાજા છું, તો રાતે હું વધારે પાવરફુલ બનીને શું કરું? સવારે હું નબળો છું ને, તો સવારે એ ગ્રહ પહેરવાનો. Getting it? At night, what I should wear then? At night, you have to see, since I am born at noon, my Unnat planet are not very powerful. That is Moon, Mars and Saturn. And I have to wear any three of them to increase my night time. Okay. Or I have to wear those planets which are not the planets and benefic to me. Okay. Since it is overpowering my chart. Okay. Say Venus, I can wear Venus at night. Or say Mercury. You can wear Mercury anytime. See, Mercury is a middle planet. You can wear it anytime. Okay. So if you are confused, I would just give one advice. If you are confused about gemstone of timely basis, okay, Mercury is a gemstone, you can wear it entire time, even while you are sleeping. No other gemstone I will recommend you should wear while you are sleeping. You should always change the gemstone. The gemstone you are wearing while you sleep, you should not wear while you are awake. The energy you are getting in your subconscious mind, the energy that you are getting while your body is immunizing and recovering, that energy should not be there while it is active. When the body is automatically healing subconsciously, the energy you are giving to your subconscious mind, that plant energy you should not give to your subconscious mind. Be in a different track. Don't merge your conscious subconscious. That is why imbalance is occurring. Okay, see, this is again a profound knowledge. Nobody will explain this. Every astrologer would say, okay, wear this gemstone, okay. But if you are too particular about gemstones, if you are too particular into astrology, if you are into your spiritual path, never wear the same gemstone at night and day. If you are not particular, if you are more focused in your career, keep wearing one. Okay. So So that is not unnat. Specifically to understand which gemstones to wear in morning, night, or from this you can also know if you are not into gemstone, if you are into bhakti yoga. So you can also know which mantra to do in morning, which mantra to do in night. Let's say for the morning birth like me, with Atma Karak Shani, what I do is I wake up and do either Narayan mantra or Shani mantra. But when I sleep, I don't do any of this. I do Shiva mantra. Why? Because night I am born at morning. Morning period is already very good. So I worship the night planets at night. Okay. Again, a bit complicated, but if you understand it sincerely, you will get it. Natta planets are morning planets. Unnat planets are night planets. If you are born in daytime, your Nat planets are more powerful. If you are born in night time, your Unnat planets are more powerful. Now, if your Nata planets in daytime birth are malefic, wear the opposite. If your Nata planets in daytime are benefic, wear those. If your Unnata planet in nighttime birth are benefic, wear it in night. If your Unnata planet in nighttime birth are malefic, wear the Nat planets. Opposite કરવાનું, ખરાબ હોય તો opposite કરવાનું, same હોય તો ઈ પહેર લેવાનું. Simple as that. Okay. Next we will go to Pakshabal. Pakshabal is about moon. The gochar of moon. Okay. Shukla Paks, Krishna Paks. Shukla Paks, all those who don't know, Shukla Paks is when moon is going 0 to 100. And Krishna Paks is when moon is going 100 to 0. Okay. So when moon is increasing, that is from Amavasya to Purnima, it is Shukla Paks. From Purnima to Amavasya, it is Krishna Paks. Easy way to remember, Krishna was black. Krishna was black, so moon is decreasing. Shukla means white, so moon is increasing. Easy way to remember. Krishna was black, Krishna ભગવાન કાળા હતા. ચંદ્ર કાળો થાય છે એને કૃષ્ણ પક્ષ કહેવાય. ચંદ્ર ગોરો થાય એને શુક્લ પક્ષ કહેવાય. Okay, so moon is increasing from 0 to Purnima, Amavasya to Purnima, Shukla Paks. All the benefic planets are good and malefic planets are bad. In Krishna Pak's birth, benefic planets are bad and malefic planets are good. See, this is a very complicated situation. Most astrologer doesn't know this. This is very important to know. Very important to understand. કયા પક્ષમાં તમારો બર્થ થયો છે એ બહુ જરૂરી છે જાણવું. તમારો જન્મ અગર કૃષ્ણ પક્ષમાં થયો છે તો તમારા માટે ખરાબ પ્લેનેટ સારું ફળ આપે છે. Say you are born in Krishna Paks. On Saturday, the best planet I would say for you is Saturn. The best planet I would say for you is Rahu. Now all the astrologers would say, oh, your Rahu is bad. Oh, Saturn is this and that. I would prefer Jupiter over Saturn. But you dumb illiterate. He is born in Krishna Paks. When a person is born in Krishna Paks, the malefic planets are giving more good than benefic planets. Benefic planets are giving more bad. When the birth is in Shukla Paks, moon is increasing. So good planets give good result, bad planets give bad result. When the birth is in Krishna Paks, the bad planets are giving good result, good planets are giving bad result. So for Shukla Pak's birth, Rahu is better than Sun. Sorry. For Krishna Pak's birth, Rahu is better than Sun. For Krishna Pak's birth, Ketu is better than Moon. Again, for Krishna Pak's birth, Rahu and Ketu are better than Sun and Moon. For Shukla Pak's birth, Sun and Moon are better than Rahu Ketu. Getting it? ખરાબ ગ્રહ સારા થઈ જાય કૃષ્ણ પક્ષમાં જન્મેલા લોકો માટે અને શુક્લ પક્ષમાં જન્મેલા લોકો માટે સારા સારા ખરાબ ખરાબ. Getting my point? So this is the Pakshabal. How to know in advance what is the Pakshabal of each planet? શું કરવાનું? Take the angle between sun and moon. Okay. Take the angle of sun and moon and take the exact angular angle between sun and moon, degrees. Okay. Now you have to deduct 360 degrees. If the angle is more than 180, deduct 360 and divide it by 3. If the angle is less than 180, keep it as it is. That is the Paksha Bal. Okay, very easy. Take the angle of sun and moon. Okay, here there is sun, here there is moon. Okay, and here there is Lagna. This mic is Lagna. Okay, so from Lagna, see the angle of sun and moon. This angle. Okay, and if this angle is more than 180, then subtract it from 360 and divide it by 3. Whatever the answer is, it is the Paksha Bal of that planet. Okay. If it is not more than 180, then it is the Paksha Bal of, it is directly the Paksha Bal. If it is more than 180, you have to subtract it from 360 divided by 3. Okay. And the baseline is 60. If it is more than 60, the Paksha Bal is greater. If it is less than 60, the Paksha Bal is minor. Now what happens if the Paksha Bal is greater or less? If the Paksha Bal comes more than 60, the rule which I explained will apply more prominently. કે શુક્લ પક્ષમાં સારા ગ્રહ સારા અને ખરાબ ગ્રહ ખરાબ થઈ જાય અને કૃષ્ણ પક્ષમાં ખરાબ ગ્રહ સારા અને સારા ગ્રહ ખરાબ થઈ જાય. એ ફંડા વધારે પ્રોમિનન્ટલી અફેક્ટ કરે તમારા લાઈફ. So if the Paksha Bal, that is the angle between sun and moon, is more than 60, or if the answer is more than 60, how to get the answer I told you. If it is less than 180, it is the answer itself. It is more than 180, deduct it from 360, divide by 3. If the answer comes in both the cases is more than 60, this thing will affect you more. That good planets are good if you are born in Shukla Paksh, bad planets are bad. Bad planets are good in Krishna Paksh birth and good planets are bad in Krishna Paksh birth. This funda will apply very prominently if the Paksha Bal is 60 or more than 60. If it is less than 60, this funda is not prominent in your life. Okay. Now, how this helps? Whenever you want to increase the Paksha Bal, you have to wear moon with that planet. Okay. Say I am born in daytime. I am born in daytime. So Sun, Jupiter and Venus are more prominent in my life. And I am born in Shukla Paksh. Since I am born in Shukla Paksh, all good planets are good. All bad planets are bad for me. If I am wearing moon, this is going to increase. Okay. If I am wearing moon. If I am not wearing moon, the bad planets, if a bad planet is good for me, it is going to give me good result. But if I am wearing moon and then I am wearing any another planet, the bad planet is again going to be bad for me. So if I want to wear Saturn, I can't wear moon. If I want to wear Venus, I can wear moon. Understanding the fact, if you want to increase this Paksha Bal phenomena in your life, you have to add moon with that planet. If you want to decrease the Paksha Bal phenomena in your life, don't wear moon and wear the malefic planet which is giving you good result. Bit complicated, but still it is very useful. My Atma Karak is Saturn. If I wear Saturn with moon, it is going to make my life miserable. But if I don't wear moon, I wear just Saturn, it is going to make my life wonderful. But if I wear Venus, my life would be better. But if I wear Venus and moon both, my life will become best. Getting my point? So by increasing the Paksha Bal, you are increasing the beneficness of benefic planets and maleficness of malefic planet. beneficness of benefic planets and maleficness of malefic planets. Okay, the amount of benefit and malefic you are getting, you are increasing by varying. Okay, now next is Tribhanga. Let's come to Tribhanga. Tribhanga, as the name suggests, Tribhanga, that is, we cut the parts into three parts. Okay, we cut day time into 3 parts, 24 hours into 3 parts. Okay, we divide day into 3 parts and night into 3 parts. Okay, day into 3 parts, night into 3 parts. The first part of the day, Mercury is strong. The middle part of the day, Sun is strong. The last part of the day, Saturn is strong. Similarly, the first part of night, Moon is strong. The middle part of night, Venus is strong. The last part of night, Mars is strong. Okay. So, say you are born in the second part of the day. So your Sun is the strongest among all. And the weakest is Venus. If your Sun is good, increase Sun. If your Sun is not good, increase Venus. As simple as that. If you are born at night, okay, first part of night, your Moon is heavier, stronger, and the weakest planet is your Mercury, the opposite one. Okay, now if your Moon is good, wear a Moon. If your Moon is bad, wear a Mercury. Okay, so this is how you see Tribhanga. Okay, and which part of the day you are born and what is the ruling planet. If that planet is situated good, wear it. If your planet is situated bad, wear the opposite one. Okay, so this was Tribhanga. Tribhanga is very easy, no complication. જોઈ લેવાનું કયા સમયે તમારો જન્મ થયો, ઈ ગ્રહ હારો છે કે નહીં, હારો છે તો પહેરો, ખરાબ છે તો એનો ઓપોઝિટ પહેરો. Particularly when the Grah is transiting in its Swarashi and you apply this phenomena and you will see wonderful outcome in your life. Wonderful. If your 6th house Lord is bad and it is transiting in its own Rashi and you wear the opposite one from your birth data and you see your enemy suffering like hell. If your 2nd house Lord is there, you wear it according to this Tribhanga. When it comes in when it comes in Swarashi in transit, and you will see some random sources anywhere. Lakshmi is coming anywhere. Okay. So this is Tribhanga. After that is Varsha Masa Din Hora. This is even easier. Okay. Varsha Masa Din Hora. Over here, this verse is someone's son. Okay. That at the Diwali, what was the first day after Diwali? After Amavasya, what was the first day? That day Lord, okay, is the planet where you have to give 15 marks. Okay. Then see in which Hindu month you are born. That Hindu month has the gochar of sun. Say sun is in Makar Rashi and you are born when sun was in Makar Rashi. So Makar Rashi Lord Saturn gets 30 marks. See where your sun is placed. The dispositor of your sun gets 30 marks. Okay, in the year you are born, see for the verse, you have to see in which year you are born. On that year starting Diwali, from where the new year is starting, that is when sun is in Aries. Okay, sun goes in Aries and the first new moon, after the first new moon, the Pratipada Tithi, what the day is, that day Lord gets 15 marks. Then where your sun is placed, the dispositor of your sun gets 30 marks. The day Lord on which day you are born, that day Lord planet is getting 45 marks. And the Hora, at the Hora which you are born, that Hora Lord gets 60 marks. Okay, what is this hora and everything I have explained in Panchang. Okay, so you have to add these marks to these planets. Add 15 marks to the planet of the New Year Diwali. After the Diwali, the first day, whatever the day was at the time of your birth, that day, Lord, you will get 15 marks. Where your sun is placed, the dispositor of your sun gets 30 marks. The day Lord, when you are born, that planet gets 45 marks. And the hora Lord, where you are born, gets 60 marks. Okay, this is Varsha Mas Din Hora. You have to add this also. Okay, so first make the table of Natunata, then make the table of Paksha, then make the table of Tribanga. After it, make the table of Varsha Mas Din Hora. And at last, make Ayanabal. Now, what is Ayanabal? Ayanabal is a bit complicated. Okay, it's already 30 minutes. But I'll just explain Ayanabal and get to it now. Ayanabal is a bit complication. See, sorry. Say this charger is Earth. Okay. This charger is Earth. Assume, I know the charger is not Earth. Charger is charger. Charger cannot be Earth. Earth can never be a charger. Ouch. Okay. Say this charger is Earth. Okay. And this is the equatorial axis. Equator. Equator. I guess everybody knows this type of geography. That equator over here, the middle line is equator. So from this equator, when you see the planets, they are at a certain degree. Say you are born over here. Okay, this you are born where my finger is there. So the degree of this, and this is a planet. Say Venus. Okay, this is Venus. Okay, say the degree of Venus from the place you are born is 23 degrees. Okay, but from equator it is 25. Okay, so this degrees from the equatorial axis is called the Kranti. Equatorial, the degree of planets from the equatorial axis is called Kranti, because that equator is on the horizon. That equator decides the division of day and night. That is the horizon. Okay, so don't see the horizon from ascendant. See, this is Lagna. When you see the degree from here, that is Lagna, ascendant. The horizon from your place of birth, that is ascendant sign. The horizon from your place of birth is ascendant sign, Lagna. The horizon from your place of birth is ascendant sign, Lagna. But the horizon from equatorial axis, the horizon from equator is called Kranti. The horizon from equator is called Kranti. The horizon from equator is called Kranti. See the difference? The horizon from your place of birth is called ascendant, Lagna. The horizon from equatorial plane is called Kranti. So this Ayanbal is the calculation of the degrees of planet from the Kranti, that is equatorial axis of Earth. Okay, સમજાણું થોડું એડવાન્સ છે, સમજી જાઓ. So now how to calculate it? Easy formula, બહુ માથું નથી મારવાનું. The easy formula is 60 into 23 degrees 17 minutes plus or minus the Kranti degree from your birth time and divide it from 46 degree 15 minutes. Okay, આ બેને ડિવાઈડ કરશો તો આન્સર આવશે 1 ડિગ્રી 25 મિનિટ અને 4 સેકન્ડ. અને કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરશો ને તો બાકી આ ભેગું કરો. So 60 multiplied by 23 degree 27 minutes plus the Kranti at your birth time of any planet and divide it by 46 degree 54 minutes. Check the Kranti of Sun, Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, each planet. Okay, at your time of birth. Okay, put it over here and find the value. Put it over here, find the value. Put it over here, find the value. Okay, So you will get ion ball of all different 7 planets by putting the Kranti value one by one. Now what we have to see is, if Moon and Saturn are in the southern plane from the equator, अगर equator थी नीचे से, if this is the equator and Moon and Venus are below the equator, okay, you have to consider it positive. Otherwise you have to consider it negative. Similarly, if this is the equator and Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Venus are above the equator, that is in the northern plane, okay, you have to consider it positive. If any of these are below the equator, you have to consider it negative. Okay, very easy to understand. Moon and Saturn, if they are in the southern plane from the equator, they are positive. And Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Venus are in the northern plane to the equator, are positive, otherwise negative. Okay. And after finding the ion ball of all the planets, multiply the ion ball of Sun by 2 and rest keep it as it is, and the answer you get, you will get the ion ball of all planets. Okay. So after these things, okay, after finding Nato-Natta, after finding Pakshabal, after finding Tribhanga, after finding Varshamas Din Hora, and after finding the ion ball, you have to add all this and see the Kalabal. Okay, and see the Kalabal. If the Kalabal of Sun, Mercury and Jupiter is 50 or more, it is good. If it is less than 50 or more, the Kalabal is bad. Similarly, if the Kalabal of Moon and Venus is 30 or more, it is good. If it is less than 30, it is bad. If the Kalabal of Mars and Saturn is 40 or more, it is good. If it is 40 or less, it is less. Okay. So in all the cases, you have to check it individually. Individually, you have to check. No, not summation. It was my mistake. Not summation. Check it individually. Sorry. Mars and Saturn should get Kalabal 40 in ion ball, Varsha, Tribhanga, Paksh, Nat, Unnat, wherever, individually. Similarly, Moon, Venus should get 30 minimum, and Sun, Mercury, Jupiter should get 50 minimum. So this was Kalabal. It is a quite advanced concept. We use it to understand when which gemstone should be worn, when which mantra should be recited, which is the right time to hammer the nail. Okay. This is smart astrology. See, Vedic Vedanta is smart astrology. ગમે ભક્તિ નહીં કરવા દઉં, ભક્તિ કરો ભક્તિ એવું નહીં કહું. રાઈટ ટાઈમ ઉપર રાઈટ ભક્તિ કરાવીશ. I won't say, okay, go and worship Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu throughout your life. No. I would say that during the 4 months of Chaturmas, go and worship Shiva. He is the ruler. After Chaturmas, go and worship Vishnu. He is the ruler. When is the right time to hammer the nail? When sun comes in, say, Leo, it is the right time to do Surya Namaskar every day. When moon comes in Cancer, it is the right time to do meditation every night. So, finding the right time to do action is from Kalabal. Now, with more advanced knowledge, you can get counseling from Vedic Vedanta. And this was all about Kalabal. Next time we are going to discuss the Yuddhabal and Digbal both together, because Yuddhabal is very nominal thing. So we will study Digbal and a bit of Yuddhabal. Thank you very much from joining Vedic Vedanta, and keep subscribing me, keep liking my video. Okay, thank you.